Hello, my name is Kellen,
And I'm Cameron.
and we are Midwest Reviews. If you have looked at my channel or Cameron's channel, you will see that we uploaded a video that kind of described what this channel is about. And basically what we're going to do now is we're going to reiterate that, kind of expand upon that, to kind of give you an idea of why you should even watch our channel. And so anyway, I'll let you kind of start off with just kind of, or would you want me to?
It don't matter. We can both, I guess. But anyways, our channel definitely is going to be just reviews, just stuff that that we want to talk about. Stuff that just not any particular subject, but just kind of random stuff. But whether it be stuff involving entertainment or just hobbies and stuff like that. Just so.
And if you've seen our other video that we've posted, it happened to be just of comic stuff, but we don't limit ourselves to that genre. I mean, there's going to be quite a few of our videos that cover that sort of stuff, like if the new Captain America movie comes out, whenever that is, and just stuff like that. We don't geek out. We're not one of those people that are like, oh, in Comic 54, they did this. To be honest, I've only ever bought a comic book recently. I never had them as a kid. Anyway, but like Cameron said, what we do is we're going to just review stuff, movies, events, music. We're both kind of music buffs on different sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
And even stuff like YouTube hits. We both like Key of Awesome, and if you guys see this, we are your fans.
Yep.
We even like epic rap battles.
Yep. And Gangnam Style.
Oh yes.
Everybody loves Gangnam Style.
Oh, good old Psy.
Mm-hmm.
He actually has a female. The girl in the video is actually an artist, and he has a female version of that song. I mean, he's in it. It's an official. Yeah. I'll show you later.
I didn't know that.
After we're done with this.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. So
that's one thing you'll notice about us is we do kind of get off track sometimes, but
that's
okay.
the point of this
the whole
channel
point of
is
Mm-hmm.
like we said, something may pique your interest. More than likely, unless you're a lot like us, there will only be a few that you'll like. But we hope you kind of view our channel and just kind of favorite it, subscribe to it. We just wanted to do this because we've never done this before. We've seen guys do this sort of stuff, and so I told my friend, I was like, hey, you want to do this? And he was like, oh yeah, let's just try it out. So
do it.
Anyway, this is our first video. As we get farther along, we're going to introduce editing and other stuff that will make it, our own channel for certain. So anyway, why am I doing all the talking?
I don't know, but that's exactly what we're going to do. I second the motion that he just had, though. So everything that he said, I agree with, and that's what we'll be doing. So.
And like I said, you may not agree with the way we view things, but that's the point. Is we're different. Everybody is different. Everybody has different views. Cameron and I have different points of view on different things. A lot of things we fall in line along the same train of thought, but it's not always that way with us. So,
exactly.
Anyway,
so
I'm thinking we might as well just get into our first subject matter then.
First subject. Of course.
All right. As we are such big nerds, big news a couple weeks ago was that George Lucas has sold all his rights for Star Wars and anything is part of Indiana Jones.
Yes, to Disney, I believe, right? Disney?
Yes.
Okay.
Disney, a lot of people have reservations about it. They're like, Disney's going to run it. They're going to make it, Pocahontas in space. That is not the case. George Lucas's number 2 in command, before he sold it, is now part of the process of writing the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he himself is actually a creative consultant, if I remember reading that right.
Mm-hmm.
So the style of the movies aren't really going to change. And if you're worried about how it's going to look at the Avengers. Disney owns Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
The Avengers rock.
The Avengers sold, the box office, they sold over $2 billion, I think. Maybe $2 billion at the box office when they were, and they're still racking in money from all the DVDs that they're selling. So.
And the Star Wars franchise itself is a titan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been out since the 70s, 6 consecutive movies. trillions upon trillions of merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
But like George Lucas, like I said, the style is not going to change. As far as we know, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Peter Mayhew, and I think Billy D. Williams are back in the film series.
Yeah.
Some people have just guessed, saying that it takes place years after Return of the Jedi, which would make sense since they're all old.
Yeah.
You know, Han Solo has to have a walker. No, in Star Wars, it'd be like some sort of hover thing.
It would be a hovercraft.
Yeah, hover walker. But like, I think I'm optimistic about it. My boss at work, he was like, "Oh, I have reservations. They're gonna run it." It's a possibility, you know. But I'm glass half empty, or half full, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Optimistic, either way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I keep sinking in your chair here. It's like I'm just like, you know.
Your butt's actually walking, and you're not even moving. You're not even moving. So
it's talent. But anyway, so like we mentioned before, George Lucas sold not only his rights to his creation, Star Wars, but to
Indiana Jones, of course, which I guess I was watching a video the other day on YouTube, and they were talking, I guess Shia LaBeouf had said something about they're in the works of doing number 5. He said Harrison Ford is actually hitting the gym, so that's an indication that they're prepping for doing Indiana Jones 5. And my personal opinion on that, which may be yours too, is that they need to slow down. They need to probably not do this Indiana Jones 5. I know some of you are like, yay, they can introduce Shia into the character, but
Shia needs to disappear forever.
Shia, I personally think that Harrison Ford needs to. He needs to just quit while he's ahead, because he is getting up there, and the last thing we want to see is Indiana Jones in a walker, or a wheelchair. So. And I think it was Sylvester Stallone, when he was asked about doing another Rocky movie, he said, well, who am I going to fight in this one? Arthritis?
And so this is kind of where we go. We just gave you a sampling of everything. As you can tell, we're sort of passionate about some things, and others we're just like, whatever, go with the flow.
Like heavy metal, screamo music.
Trash.
Just like rap music, it's trash, because all they
do
is
talk.
talk.
Heavy metal.
Some heavy metal is okay, as long as they don't scream it. But
why is it always the jerks or the talented ones? You ever realize this?
I don't know. Yeah, because I know for a while there, really Joe Armstrong was that way too with Green Day. He was kind of a jerk.
Lead singer of Creed.
Lead singer of Creed.
Was a drunk jerk for a long time, and then he finally got his head out of the rear end, and he's actually a decent guy now.
Mm-hmm.
Creed, they've reformed their band. He's not a jerk anymore.
Yeah.
Trying to keep this PG. Anyway, but the thing is people reform, and we're kind of happy about that. I don't know. Is Axl Rose still a jerk face?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I've heard he was a big punk back in the day.
Yeah, he might be still. I don't know. But they do have good music now. I know that for a fact, that their new album has a couple good songs on there. One of them is Rain, and the other one is On My Sleeve. So those are 2 good Creed songs.
And I don't know what the deal is. People kind of trash Nickelback. If you don't like Nickelback, you aren't going to like us, because we are big Nickelback fans.
Yes. Nickelback is one of our greatest bands ever.
On all of our mixes that we make, music-wise, Nickelback's always on there somewhere if it's a Heavy Hitters. They're one of the 4 cornerstones of the Heavy Hitters albums that we've been making lately.
Mm-hmm.
And then Linkin Park, Creed, and Fuel.
Oh,
the
and
4
Staind.
cornerstones. Well, Staind came after. He's like a second-tier corner block.
Yeah. But you get the picture, though. Anyways.
Anyway, this has just kind of been a sampling of what our stuff is all about.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we just kind of wanted to give you guys a little heads up, and anyway, this thing ended up, we were only going to be like 15 minutes, but
let's see what
20 minutes. It's our opening one, so we can go over anytime. It doesn't really freaking matter.
Yep. So please definitely subscribe to
Midwest Reviews,
and check us out on our other YouTube channels, which is mine is Still Raven 21
and MJ Lee 29.
So check us out and leave feedback and let us know what you think.
All right, guys. Until next time, this has been Midwest Reviews signing off.